Dear Diary, today I walked the... are we on?
We're rolling.
Okay, cue the OBB in 3, 2, 1. Magandang gabi sa inyong lahat. Team Illustrado back at it again with our very first episode of Listed. Now, you may have been wondering what was the timeline buzz that we've created lately. You wondered what is this amazing Listed thing with the black background and white text. Well, my folks, it's more than just a background and white text, because we are here today to bring you an awesome concoction of the most indie and underground Filipino artists that the world has never seen the likes of yet. Hi everybody, my name is Paolo. I'll be your host and your Gen Z representative for the show. You may have seen me at the walkthrough video, and you may have seen me in the shadows behind the scenes on some of the other Illustrado projects out there. Now, before I like to kick off the show, I want to give a brief shout out to our sponsors over there in the back. Fujifilm, Walkio, and Giver, your friendly marketplace for sharing. Cue the commercials. Awesome, don't you think? Now, the thing with Filipino talent is that it is often underrated and underrepresented across the globe, and we are here to change that. Listed by Illustrado is our little talk show and where we find the Filipino voice across the globe. And now we're going to be starting off with a pretty kick-ass playlist. Starting off, we're going to have the brother and sister duo, Ysanygo. These are an up-and-coming duo from Manila, actually hailing from the province of Calamba. And they are here today to bring you their unique take that has been making waves in the pop community across the Philippines. I bet you that you never expected that. In fact, the first time I heard music like this from the Philippines, I was shooketh. Literally shooketh, ladies and gentlemen. That was Isabel and Ysanygo from Calamba. Two classically trained musicians who have made the big leap into the indie pop industry in Manila, and now they are making waves. In fact, their waves have gone so far that even going out of the country, they now have a following in Singapore. That's right, folks, and all they are doing right now is getting bigger and bigger. You don't want to miss this. Now, quick word about our sponsors before I move on with anything else. We have that awesome new Fujifilm Instax Square SQ6. The perfect Polaroid companion for you out there. Whether you're going to take photos at the beach or whether you just want to go and be all the more hipster, this one is for you. And as for Wokyo, well, what can I say? If you've seen the video with me in it before, then you can probably tell that Wokyo is my favorite noodle bar in all of this country. That's the UAE for those who are listening outside of the country. And then we have Giver, your friendly marketplace for sharing. Friendly marketplace for sharing. What's that? So many people out there like to sell and donate their things online. But for us, we do it entirely for free. Giver is an online platform where you can donate some of your old things and get new ones entirely for free. All you need to do is just pay for delivery. And now, moving on with our next song, we have Denial the Ricecracker, a representative of the hip-hop community of the Philippines. He'll be rapping about a weird, interesting story actually. About a hip-hop fanatic girl who can only be turned on by a man who spits a dope 16 bars. Check it out.
She appreciates a good punchline, chunks of rhymes elegantly combined. It's not about your face and your name on the poster, it's about the way you spit game on the corner. Got her listening to songs with no hook, and she cry when cannibals pull out the notebook. Me, I just wanted to get more intimate. She said maybe one day if it rounds get more intricate. It made me work on my craft, cause I must certainly plan to one day spark her in the breast with unheard verses meant to trigger her just to smack. I was nervous the first time I called her up and said, girl, check my verses of rap, displaying alpha maleness to this female homo sapien. What's the purpose of that? And she said,
baby, spit your game, spit your game and make me realize that you're the one for me. If you really want me, if you really need me, do it if you love me. Spit another 16 for me, babe.
she's taking voice lessons. Hey girl, I got a new joint, wanna listen? The song's on point, teach a little kissing and left a little thing dripping to the point of no friction. Bars that made her simulate my groin section, and she called up a girlfriend to join relaxing. I said, what can you give an unemployed best friend? She said, 2 jobs. Don't laugh, enjoy, listen, boy, listen. Remember this, I only love you for your exquisite penmanship. I said, damn, let me undress. Grab the mic, girl, battle rap contest. Now she wanted her face slap, body fat, back of cash. Top the rapper that had mad stacks of raps that she would analyze and put on rap genius. The love for the music was really that serious.
Baby, spit your game, spit your game and make me realize that you're the one for me. If you really want me, if you really need me, do it if you love me. Spit another rhyme.
I knew that the rhythms, the rhymes, and the lyrics were turning her on. And I saw how the wordplay, the music, the lyrics were keeping her warm. Hey, hey, yeah. She wants some Tali Quali and some of that immortal technique, some R8, the rugged man. You know, she wants some Denial the Ricecracker. She would never get intimate with the illiterate idiot that didn't know shit about spending intricate idiot flipping 16s. But she was feeling the way this Norwegian and Filipino MC did it. You know what this means? She said, never leave me forsaken. Future rapper, baby, in the making. Damn, she found her lyrical acrobat with the crazy flow. The rhythm mix that earned me something crazy though. Where the lyrics with content, not catchy, but never nonsense. Where do we go from here? She's in love with my skills, but it's making us no money for clothes.
Now those were some sick rhymes and liquid flow by the one and only Denial the Ricecracker. And you've also been graced with the vocal talents of Gwen Binoy Apesina. Those two have collaborated together to make this awesome hit as we know it. Now, here's a cool story. Denial is one half of a Norwegian Filipino musical duo called Copula. They have entered the world in the early 2010s and have graced the Filipino rap scene with some sick, funky flow. Now check this out right here. My man Daniel Gerardo Itudal is actually a TCK, as do I. Now what is a TCK? Well, for those who might be wondering, it is not in fact a designer brand. It is an abbreviation for Third Culture Kid. Now, Third Culture Kids are a unique blend in the sense that they have been born and raised outside of their home country, in this case, the Philippines. So, growing up as TCK can be a little interesting actually. Me, myself, I don't look too Filipino, and I actually grew up speaking English. So oftentimes, I'd be the only Filipino in my neighborhood. And I wouldn't really speak a word of Tagalog. And that is why I am introducing our new segment. That's right, folks. I'm not gonna go to school. You're gonna be the ones teaching me Tagalog. So if you have any cool words or catchphrases you want to teach me, DM us on Illustrado's Facebook and I'll happily get back to you. But for now, we already have someone on the lineup. I'm gonna call my man and he's gonna teach us Tagalog. I wonder what he's got in store for us today. Hello, good evening. Ito pa si Richard?
Oo, ito po. Magandang gabi, Sir Paolo.
Okay, good. So what is our word for the day?
Ang word of the day po natin ngayon ay upgunner. Ano po ba ang upgunner? Ang upgunner ay ginagamit pag ikaw ay natutuwa o nagugulat. Back to you, Martin I mean, Sir Paolo.
Alright, so if I want to use pagganern, get this. I like to take a lot of selfies, right? And I love to pose for the camera. And every time I pose for the camera, everyone is screaming pagganern. So pagganern, 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 pag, ganern. Yeah?
Upgunner, gunner. Upgunner, gunner. Upgunner, gunner.
Alright, salamat Richard. We'll get back to you soon, huh?
Maraming salamat po, Sir Paolo.
That was my not-so-anonymous friend Richard. Y'all better hit him up if you want to learn some sick Tagalog words. And as far as I know, the Philippines is #1 when it comes to amazingly obscure social catchphrases. Now moving on to our next song here, we have a rising star in the hip-hop community of the UAE. That's right, but before I get to him, let me give you a crash course on probably the world's biggest cultural movement. B-boying, MCing, graffiti, counting backwards, B-boying, MCing, graffiti, and DJing. Those four have come together to form hip-hop as we know it. And they have been causing a rising storm within all social movements in all countries. And I'm happy to say that the Philippines was actually one of the first few countries in the world to be exposed to such. Now, hip-hop is universal. Hip-hop is everywhere. Wherever you go, there is bound to be a rapper. There is bound to be a hardcore hip-hop fan. In fact, there is bound to be a b-boy wherever you tread. I myself am a hip-hop dancer too. So let me move on to this next rising star that we have. You may have seen him on our Illustrado 100, and you may have seen him on Tambay Jam. He is one of the leading figures behind the ICU series, a very famous series that is aimed at promoting upcoming artists across the world. This is my man Patrick Garcia, Phat G, and his latest song, Rising Star. Check it out.
Starting to feel like I can travel my minds in another planet. Sa tuwing isa soundtrack na mga beats inside my wonder tablet. Sa paglipad ang silbi matitira kita ginamit na headphone. With a dream like Hakim o Lajuwon. Habang ang iba ay abala, ako naman walang tigil sa pagsulat ng kanta. Chasing dream big dreams. One day you'll say got my own championship rings. Ako ay on the way na. Habang tumatagal mas lalong gumaganda takbo ng storya. Ride with me kung gusto mong sumabay. Subaybayan ang road trip, sunod-sunod na gustong sumakay. Wait lang sa akin huwag mag-hate. Hindi ka makarelate, di ko kasalanan kung bakit takbo ng utak mo ay sobrang late. Kapag hinayaan mo pa rin makalabas pagkakataon ngayon,
Lalo kang mapapag-iwanan ng panahon. Where I'm from, check out my hands. 4-3 R-E-S-P-E-C-T. I raise the bar not only to represent the whole nation. Lyrics din magsisilbing modern kind of education. What's up to your old future generation? Rap music will be the new form for mindfulness communication. Rare connection, out of this world. Bangon Pilipinas, spread the word. Kabila na marami sa mundo, hindi marunong lumaban ng patas. Siyang dahilan kaya hindi ko lalo hinayang masign-line na lumipas. Takbo ng oras kung saan aking natagpuan. At tunay na halaga ng kahulugan na ginito ang kayamanan. Doon na lamang, wala siyang hinihintay. Pero imahinasyon ng sipay pwede maunang makapaglakbay. Nakatadhanang kapalaran ay aking pinuntahang tagumpay eksenang napanood sa malang litrato ng kalangitan. Doon na lalo nag-umpisa nang biglang magbukasan ang katutak na magkaibang mata sa loob ng aking utak. Kung saan aking nakita ang iba't ibang anggulo na siyang sa akin ay nagtulak para magsulat pa ng mga hindi ordinaryong konsepto. Sa aking binubuga na malimit, binabaliwala ng mga nagbibinihang tao. Ilan sa sikretong parang sa bawat laban ay manalo. Matutunan ko paano tama kalkulado sa pagtatad ng mga plano. Balansi sa konkreto, wag gubat ang bawat banat sa tugmaan. Kung may sukat para pagpalo sa tambol, lumanasin ko paano pagkakalaban. Eksakto sa check, wala makakaawa. Wala may kayang tumapat sa bawat bagsakang mabigat. Pinagalo-halong pwersa ng siyensya at matematika. Hayon alam mo na kung bakit namatika. Dami ng enerhiya sa aking huling linya. Huwag natagpuan na bagong bituin sa ating planeta.
Something in my eye. Hey.
We're rolling.
Oh, okay. So anyway, the thing with the Dubai heat and the summer season is that you have a lot of dust all over the place, including here. So anyway, as you all know, that was the rising star himself, Phat G. And the Philippines, though, has one of the largest diasporas in the world, no matter where we are or what we are doing. One thing remains common among us all. Our hearts are still Filipino, and that is just what Phat G stands for. Now, I'm going to move on to our next artist. In fact, I want to give him a special highlight here because he has earned a very special place in our hearts. This guy's name is Nak, as in Anak, without the A. N-A-K. Nak is a very interesting fellow, in fact. He is a full-time rapper, poet, and nurse. Now, I'm going to pull out a brief bio over here just to talk a little bit about him. Pulled by academic pressure and a passion for hip-hop, Nak is no stranger to being stretched. As a full-time student turned registered nurse, he simultaneously performed in college and many venues and events in the USA. He has opened up for some very famous rappers and has performed at some pretty awesome music festivals. Fulfilling his obligations to a poet, being stretched was never a bad thing. It breeds strength, control, flexibility. With a mic in hand and a penchant for excellence, the art of Nak is a masterful combination of all three. This is White Rice.
Nak, ikaw ha? You better check yourself before you wreck yourself. Baka you might hurt yourself, ha?
Hip-hop is my house, homie. Going, closing on the escrow. I'm burning up the phonics like I'm bombing on the metro. No need for bread, I be getting fed when I don the headphones. So wet your Biggie quote on my headstone. Lies, sicker than your average. Cause of death, being fresh, pallbearers do a two-step. Yeah, my procession be kicking like Liu Kang. Hands in the air, be doing the Wu-Tang. Wu-Tang! Cause I'm misunderstood. A Filipino bred in a mostly white hood. A Filipino bred, that's pun style. Let it sink in a second, let the pun dissolve. Now let the pun sit. I'm cooking up your noodle, pituitary medulla. I want the kick-a-boodle, my brain is simulating. I try to imitate him, I didn't want to be different, I try to entertain him. Now I just ignore them. Nike and Jordan, I can't afford them. Can't quite connect, no network detected. Wi-Fi protected, password rejected. Suburban kid in the West End, all alone spreading all the depression he kept in. There's only one thing he truly connects with, hip-hop. His very first love, a best friend got in. White rice is my soul food. Take a deep breath, if hip-hop's your O2. Breathe in, word to the beat. Before you judge by the cover, learn how to read. Got in. White rice is my soul food. Take a deep breath, if hip-hop's your O2. Now breathe in, word to the beat. Before you judge by the cover, learn how to read. It's a rap on a USB headset. I used to battle cats during lunchtime. I used to break dance, wrecking them in 6 steps. Used to tag, but I only bought one time. 1, 2, 3, elementary to elegant. Chemically perfected in 4 to 9 elements. And then it all developed, passion of full measure. My mama ain't accepting it, trying to apply pressure like a hemorrhage. And try to press him to walk the path of a doctor. Make the cash be a father and let the family prosper. But what the Heavenly Father started to author is something I couldn't possibly box. Ain't talking Rocky, but this art on my heart is large. Omegasse, the beat with the rhythm and bars, starting the recipe. When everyone around might taunt and abandon, hip-hop has always been my constant companion. I would jam with LP to ASAP, cannabis, Jedi mind tricks, the bass drop. Tough for upbeat, big fun to Chuck D. Slug always taught me God could love ugly. Wu-Tang, co-flow, immortal technique. Feel like New Jobby's the only one who gets me. CYNE, Shing O2. Take a deep breath if hip-hop's your O2, yeah. White rice is my soul food. Take a deep breath, the hip-hop's your O2. Breathe in, word to the beat. Before you judge by the cover, learn how to read. Got in. White rice is my soul food. Take a deep breath, the hip-hop's your O2. Now breathe in, word to the beat. Before you judge by the cover, learn how to read. Yes, y'all, and it don't stop. To the synagogue, and it don't stop. To the dinner guan, and it don't stop. I get my dinner on when I get the flows off. Yes, y'all, and it don't stop. To the synagogue, and it don't stop. To the dinner guan, and it don't stop. This is my house, homie, take your shoes off. Got in, got in. White rice is my soul food. Take a deep breath, the hip-hop's your O2. Now breathe in, word to the beat. Before you judge by the cover, learn how to read. I step up to a mic, you look at me like I'm a novelty. Like watch this little Asian kid, I hardly let it bother me. I know what could be worse, the situation far from critical. But if I didn't have a mic, I'd probably be invisible. Beyond the individual, a story heavy laden, not conveyed in the only way I know I could relate. With not a trace of validation. What's the use of being famous if my passion is mistaken for a misappropriation? Just saying. What's the use of being famous if my passion is mistaken for a misappropriation? It's white rice.
That's white rice, ladies and gentlemen. You know, wait a minute. Nak! Nagsain ka na ba?
Opo.
Good! Okay, so one thing I really love about Nak is that he brings a unique Pinoy taste to his rap. And his rapping is so relatable. Like, come on, who doesn't love rice, right? You know, and the thing about his style of rapping is that his flow is very hard but very soft at the same time. He is known for having a lot of lyrical power, and this is one of the things that truly makes him shine. Now, going back to rice, what would a talk show be without people talking? And might as well rename it to a rant if it was just by me, right? And this is where we're gonna bring in our juicy confessions column. So if you have any tea, any shade, any confessions that you wanna spill, DM us, and in the name of anonymity, we will share it. So our week's confession is this. Dear Paolo, I can't live without rice. Rice is life. Rice doesn't ask any silly questions. Rice doesn't judge. Rice understands. Speaking of rice, where's my food? Honestly, seriously. I'm starving. So anyway, going back to our confessions, yep, you know, I think it's pretty clear that all Filipinos love rice. I get that all Asians eat rice because rice is such a staple within our society, but come on, let's be real. No one eats it better than us. Now, I'll have a little bit of a confession that I have to make myself, but y'all gotta be ready, because this is some controversial stuff. I don't actually eat rice, as much. Okay, now, before you throw your sandals at me, sando? No, that's offensive. Before you throw your tomatoes at me, let me just make this clear. I grew up eating a lot of pancit. I'm a big noodle guy, if you ask me. But rice is always good every now and then. Speaking of noodles, I actually ordered some for delivery, and they should be coming any moment. Ah, hello! How are you? Wakio.
1 Tokyo beef udon, and 1 iced coffee. And those are your chopsticks.
Arigato! Itadakimasu. My brother, ladies and gentlemen, he really loves coffee. Anyway, moving on with our show now, I just want to say that again, let me get back to the noodles first, because Wakio has some of the most amazing noodles that you are ever going to try and buy. Remember this, where can you get an authentic Asian street food experience, coupled with world-class hospitality and pan-Asian expertise all in one place? I think you'd have to go to a street market somewhere in Japan for that. But why go to Japan? I mean, Japan is awesome, of course, but why go to Japan when you can simply hop on off into Wakio? I'm telling you, their omotenashi, the little things that they do to guarantee their customer experience, is on top. And I can tell you now, I have been a loyal customer for almost 4 years, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my God. Anyway, considering on their show, have any of you all heard of the name Spaz Kid? Maybe you're more familiar with the name Mark Redito. Well, let me just tell you a little bit about him. Mark Redito is a unique breed of Filipino musician. He is known for doing EDM, and you never really see Filipinos and EDM in the same sentence, right? Well, this is him. His unique take on EDM has become a big hit in the Philippines and his home base of California. His music is a combination of many influences, from electro to J-pop, and he is guaranteed to give you good vibes. This is Cloud Keep by Mark Redito with Abbey Press.
Hey, I wanted to tell you something, but I'm just not really sure.
Walking down the street, I grab a bite to eat with you. Even though it's just a screen, I know just what you mean to me. Lush and bunny, so you're so funny. Oh, you're my honey bear. Feel so connected when you send a message, and I can't control this feeling. Please don't
rolling. We're rolling.
Mark Redito, ladies and gentlemen. Overall, really awesome guy. Bubblegum vibes from his song. Guaranteed to make you bounce. Don't forget, everybody, we're going to be dropping all the links to all your favorite artists over there in the description, so be sure to check them out. Now, without further ado, I'm going to be introducing our next artist. Actually, our next band. That's right, folks, Over October. Formed for quite a while ago, actually. In the year of 2014, Over October has been formed in the month of May. No, I'm just kidding. October, everybody. Check this out. Their songs are so awesome. They are a unique take on pop and alternative rock, and they are guaranteed to make you feel happy. Check this out.
I've been trying to make time. Gotta make up for moments that you crossed my mind. I've been waiting for you. Finally found me a person who makes me feel the same way too. Everything feels strange, but I keep coming back for more. Everything has changed, now I can rest my head on your shoulders and throw out all our fears and tears and dream of better days till we're older and never stop. I've got much to do with you. I've got chances, but screw them stupid chances, there's you. Everything feels strange, but I keep coming back for more. Everything has changed, now I could rest my head on your shoulders and throw out all our fears and tears and dream of better days till we're older and never stop. And throw out all our fears and tears and dream of better days till we're older. And I could rest my head on your shoulders and throw out all our tears and dream of better days till we're older and never stop.
That is just awesome, ladies and gentlemen. That was Over October. You know what? I think, in my opinion personally, that is perfect for road trips. You know, that'll be the kind of music that you play when you're going down the SLEX highway all the way from Manila all the way to Laguna. That is picturesque, I am telling you. Now, moving on to our next segment of the show, I'd like to introduce a couple of shout-outs for everybody. If you have any cool people that you want to give shout-outs to, or whether you're on a college campus and you just want to say hi, be sure to send it over to us, like I said, and I'll be happily getting back to you. Our first shout-out of the day goes out to the dancers of Dubai. That's right, folks. If you haven't heard already, I am also a dancer representing the Dubai scene. I partnered up with two of my really awesome African friends, Christian and Ezzy, for a really awesome take on Afro beats meeting hip-hop. You better check that out. I'll be putting the link in the description below as well. This is Ezzy and this is Christian. Shout out to them both.
Hi guys, it's Ezzy Afro here. You can call me Ezzy if you want. A dancer, a performer, a fitness trainer, anything you want, just anything you want. I want to shout out to Illustrado, I want to shout out to Paolo, and I want to shout out to all the Filipino community in UAE and wherever they are. Just big thanks to Illustrado for amazing job they are doing it. And I just want to tell you guys, if you want to see more of me or if you want to see more of Illustrado work, just pop in on their social media and you're gonna find me there. You're gonna find me there, or you can just find me on social media, Ezzy Afro, just Ezzy Afro. But one more time, I want to say big shout out to Illustrado. Cheers.
Hey yo, it's your boy Charlie on mic. I'm a globetrotter, professional Afrobeat dancer, but also a model. Don't forget to check out the latest dance video on Instagram at Paolo Benitez or at Dance on the Move. Shout out to Illustrado, my boy Paolo and Ezzy. We out.
Those were my two amazing friends, Christian and Ezzy. Both very humble people, and they actually enjoy the Filipino spirit just as much as we do. Ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard already, well, actually you haven't heard. I'll be telling you for the first time. Christian's favorite food, that's right, is bistek. He came over here to my house one time after shooting the dance video. I swear to you, he loved it. Loved it so much, we told him to take it home. Literally, I'm not even kidding. You know, Christian is also a flight attendant. And on his many trips to the Philippines, he has actually enjoyed a lot of Filipino food and has embraced the Filipino culture. Check out our dance video collab. As I mentioned before, we here at Illustrado continue to dedicate our time to support and uplift Filipino talent across the globe, especially those on the rise, like the Electro Cats over here. 6 young, very bright and talented girls known for their very electrifying performances and for their awesome outfits. Check them out.
Hi, I'm Heart, the guitarist. I'm Isabel, the drummer, and we are Q6 of the Electro Cats. Unfortunately, 4 of our members can't join us here today, and that includes Ate Alex, the bassist, Ate Elijah, the pianist, and Yesha, the lead singer, and Sheena, our rhythm guitarist. We like to explore new concepts and styles, yeah. And one of our major influence is our parents, our girls' parents, but we also include other artists from different backgrounds. And to our supporters there in the Philippines, look forward to the unexpected that could happen in July. Yeah, in the Philippines when we get together. Yeah, so we'll see you there. Bye.
Whew, ladies and gentlemen, we are nearing the later half of our show now. But before we go anywhere, I need to take a quick coffee break. And just before I do that, I want to say that this show wouldn't have been made possible without our three sponsors, Fujifilm, Wakyu, and Giver. Cue the commercials. That was refreshing. Ladies and gentlemen, as we go into the night, I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching our show. Whether you're on the ride home, or whether you're enjoying iftar with your friends, or whether you're simply just going on an evening stroll, I hope you sincerely enjoyed this episode. But before we send you off, I'm going to be sending you home with some nostalgic vibes and modern groove by the one and only Earl Limjoko. I hope I said that right. Stay tuned, everybody. This is Earl of Manila.
Beautiful mind I love to look into. Been around with a few, but there's none like you. You got this vibe that I'd be crazy to ignore. You kinda give this feeling that I am know what's for. Cause it feels right, we don't even have to try. 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 There's something about you, cause I'm bound to do what you want me to. Do what you want me to. There's something about you, cause I'm bound to do what you want me to. Do what you want me to. It's so surreal, baby, too good to be true. You got me catching feelings, this is something new. Cause I ain't fooling no one, you're always on my mind. Just stick around with me and baby, we could unwind. Cause it feels right, we don't even have to try. 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 There's something about you, cause I'm bound to do what you want me to. Do what you want me to. There's something about you, cause I'm bound to do what you want me to. Do what you want me to. Girl, you linger till the sun comes up. There's something about you, I can get enough. Stay until the morning and I can cook a dish for two. You know, love my breakfast more with a view. Cause it feels right, we don't even have to try. 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 There's something about you, cause I'm bound to do what you want to. Do what you want me to. There's something about you, cause I'm bound to do what you want me to. Do what you want me to. Cause there's something about you, cause I'm bound to do what you want to. We don't even have to try. don't even have to try. Feels right. We don't even have to try. Feels right. We don't even have to try. Feels right. We don't even have to try. There's something about you that feels right too. Feels right too. We don't even have to try. There's something about you that feels right too. Feels right too. We don't even have to try. There's something about you that feels right too. Feels right too. We don't even have to try. There's something about you that feels right too.
And there you have it, ladies, gentlemen, and hipsters alike. That was our very first episode of Listed by Illustrado. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to stay tuned and subscribe to our feed. And if you have any shout-outs, gossip, or secrets and confessions to spill, don't forget to DM us. It doesn't really take much to get included after all. We're here for you because we were made by you. Am I right? Ladies and gentlemen, before I sign off, a quick message for all of the Pinoys out there. Taasnoofilipino. That's right, the Filipino on top. I just wanted to say that wherever you are and whatever it is you do, don't ever forget. We shine, we grind, and we will most definitely make it. Thank you for watching Listed, everybody. I'm your host, Paolo, signing off. Good night.